what time it is. I gotta stop snagging, man. Snagging is such a bad habit. Snagging is such a bad habit, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump on. What's up, girl? What's going on, y'all? I had a class last night. For those of you that were there, because I know some of my ladies were there. We talked about stuff that I can't talk about on social media. As I've been doing lately. How y'all doing? Shout out where you're from. For those of you who I don't know where you're from. She said, Xavier, what's up? What's up? I love the energy. Let's get the energy up. I got a good hour. Maybe an hour and a half. Do you have any advice on blending families? How so? You mean like children, aunts, uncles, grandparents? Like, what are we talking about? New York. I'm from New York. Why is that like the New York anthem? Cali, let's go, Cali. Good to see everyone on live today. It is Thursday, and we're ready to make it hot. We're gonna make it sizzle, because you know typically it's dating and relationship questions. I don't know if she'll be on here, but it is Kim's birthday, so happy birthday to Kim. I'm sure she'll pop on, and I'll say it again. Good afternoon. Dating is so hard after a divorce and a long marriage. Yes, girl. It is so hard. Like, the amount of clients I get that are fresh out of a divorce, especially when they've been married for a long time, I know that's hard. And I got you, though. I got you. I can teach you. I can show you what you need to know. Kids, my boyfriend thinks his kids are a problem for me, but they're not. Well, if he's saying stuff that's not true for you, then isn't that a little bit of projection? Right? Like, why does he think that your kids are a problem? Hello, what's up, girl? What's up, Danny? What are we talking about? What we usually talk about? Relationship problems, dating problems. That's all I talk about. This is the land of love and holy matrimony. I'm just playing. Don't throw the book at me. Love from Romania. What's up, Romania? Doesn't Andrew Tate live in Romania? Do y'all talk about Andrew Tate in Romania? I'm just curious. Like, is he like the local celebrity? Was I right to end my relationship with the dude I was in love with? Well, what's the story? I don't know. You can't just say that and not give me a backstory. Was I right to end it with someone that I was fatally in love with? Tell me. The answer is yes. Well, I have 6. He has 5. You got 6 kids and he has 5 kids? Oh my God. He always thinks I'm gonna leave because his are a lot, but mine are also a lot. Well, it sounds like he's insecure about his kids. That doesn't have anything to do with you. Thank you for the rose. I love music 65. They stopped you. They were like, not, you got to go all the way up to 64. What? It sounds like he's the one that's insecure about it, because if you're not, if you're like, let's go, baby, I'm ready for all the smoke, and he's like, nah, that's on him. No, Speed visited Romania, and since then, everyone talks about Speed. Ha! Speed is wild. Speed is a wild dude. Like, I see him on social media all the time. Like, you know what? I want to visit Romania now. I'm trying to get talked about. What's up? I've been having strong feelings for a guy, but I just realized I'm his side chick. That hurt. Damn. Do you want help with that? By the way, whoever wants to work with me one-on-one, I'm getting people healed. I'm getting people out of toxic relationships. I'm healing couples. make sure you send me a DM with the word ready, and I will service y'all. What's your advice on no contact? No contact doesn't work. No contact doesn't work. And let me tell you why. Because a lot of people will tell you what to do to get someone else to understand, but that's not how this works, right? If you just use no contact to get someone else to act right, then that's not gonna work. You're supposed to do no contact because you actually want to walk away. If you need to walk away and no contact helps you with that, then yes, use the no contact rule. But if that's not how it is, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna matter. I'm not exactly sure how to give reassurance. Well, how have you been doing it? He said he wants me in his life to my face, and that I'm in his sweet spot back now is faded away. Should I just let go? Well, I could barely read what you were saying, but just because he says something doesn't make it real. He has to do it too. If someone hired you at a company and you were like, hey, I could do everything your company needs, and then you don't do it, you get fired. Why are we not firing people? Whatever happened. Here's what I need you ladies to do. I need you ladies to think of yourself as a Fortune 100 company, right? Do you keep giving this person another chance, or do you just go to the next? That's how it should work. If the person is failing to do the job that they told you they were gonna do, fire. How to release trauma from a past relationship and not project it into a new relationship. You need help. That is not something that's gonna happen in the one answer on social media. If you are healing from a past relationship and you have not fully resolved or gone through the motions of what was in that, and you're afraid to carry it into the next situation, first, I wanna tell you, I think it's responsible that you didn't just jump into the next situation. It's responsible to not only be aware of that, but to take action before the next relationship. You never wanna jump into the next thing until you're ready, right? So I wanna commend you for that. So next step is find someone that can help you through these complicated emotions, right? And tell you what you need to do. And that's something I do, because I'm the best. I feel like I'm a low value woman, but I do love this guy. Why do you feel like you're low value? What did that come from? I feel like a lot of us women are on a boat of low self-value, looking for a yacht for a man to save us, but not realizing the men are also on the boat next to us staring at the yacht. I've never heard that analogy before, but that was pretty good. So why do you feel like you're low value? Like, where did this come from? Like, why are all of you saying this? You know, this kind of makes me sad, but I'm glad that you're being honest. But like, why is that happening? Like, why do you feel like you don't have value or that you have low value? Like, where's that coming from? Because we got to fix it, right? A lot of these things, right? High value, low value, whatever. A lot of that is subjective. So who are you comparing yourself to? You know what I'm saying? Like, here's what I think. I don't really know how bad I am. I don't think I'm that bad until I see someone else, right? And they're doing better than me. Then I'm like, ah, damn. You know what I mean? Like, the worst thing I could do is look at a millionaire's Instagram. Wow. 5 months since a date, he's increased what he gives me monthly, but I feel like this is hush money. What do you mean? He gives you a monthly allowance? Are you like a sugar baby? I don't think I am low value. I just empathize too much, allowing the wrong behavior. Okay, so here's the thing. Allowing the wrong behavior is not empathy. Empathy is understanding the behavior. Allowing the behavior is lack of boundaries. And that could be a result of low value. If you don't think about it this way. If you have a baby and you knew this person drops babies, would you let that person hold the baby? No, right? Because you value that baby. So that's how you have to think of your heart. Just think of it like a vulnerable baby. You wouldn't just give it to any old body. Boyfriends getting overwhelmed because of financial instability on both sides. The side of the take a break and not spending quality time for the weekend. And this is the weekend that marks 3 months. I don't know what that means. That was a lot. You might have to explain like what exactly is the problem. I don't want to be a side chick and rationally I know I should stop this relationship, but I love him so much. Well, think about it. You're loving at your value level, right? This is what you value yourself at. You're loving someone that treats you like a side chick. Then that means you think of yourself valuable enough to be a side chick. Because if you thought you were better than that, you wouldn't be here. So yeah, you love him so much because that's where you think you deserve to be placed. At this point, you have decided and confirmed with yourself that you are worthy enough to be a side chick and nothing more. So that's why it's easy for you to just love someone at the place that they're putting you. See, if you didn't think that about yourself, you would be insulted that someone would even think of putting you in that place. So the question is, how do we get you out of this position where you think you just qualify to be a side chick? It appears to be a generation of cycles that need to be broken. I'm barely learning my father's words toward me were incorrect and God made me amazing. That's beautiful. Because the world is not a very nice place for women, so it's real easy to judge her. Okay, that's fair. So here's the thing. The world isn't nice, right? Let's just say that a lot of people experience not nice people. Do people have a say over who you are and who you're not? Because I really would like to know the type of people that are making these judgments to women. I want to know who these people are because I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really had someone insult me that was doing better than me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really had someone tear me down that was successful, that had a good marriage, that had a good life, that had worked for what they wanted. I rarely had a person like that tell me that I'm low value. So I want to know what person is telling you this. Because if you're looking at Fresh and Fit, neither of those dudes are married. If you look at Andrew Tate, I don't even know what's going on with his situation. Like, if we're taking advice from people that haven't shown you success, then yeah, it's easy for me to take that the wrong way, right? It's easy to make myself, oh, if I listen to this one person that doesn't emulate the type of lifestyle that I like, then yeah, I can draw a picture from this. So I want to know, like, who's telling you this? Your father? If it's your father, what kind of life did your father have? Because here's what I can tell you. People who judge people in the wrong light, who say that you're a bad person or there's something wrong with you, I rarely see those people be successful, right? Dad saying that, yet every woman he met didn't like him. I mean, let's just call it what it is. If every ex-girlfriend or ex-wife of your dad was like, this dude's the worst, then are we gonna take advice from him? You know, here's the fun part, right? It's not exactly hard for some people to have a baby. Some people out here have not healed any trauma and they're out here making babies. I'm gonna give it to you raw. You know what happens when you step into ex's domain, right? Sometimes some of our parents shouldn't have had a kid, but they did it. Hey, it's a blessing. We love it, right? Babies are a blessing, but some parents should have really thought about what the heck they're doing. They didn't plan it. They didn't think about it. They never spent a day in therapy and they just out here having kids. And now the kid grows up with a personality complex because of their parents. I'm just saying, it's not always on the parents, but at the same time, a lot of our foundation comes from that, right? I opened up to love one last time, and the relationships are just so complicated. Life circumstances changed so much since we met. I don't know what that means. When you talk, I don't know what specifically you're talking about. Is it healing and ongoing is an ongoing journey? Or you're just stating stuff? Okay. I need help. I had no choice but to leave. Wasn't leaving a choice? Yeah, send me a DM. If you want to work with me, send me a DM. I have a private group where we talk about all of this craziness, right? We talk about what's going on in the world. I go into way more detail than I do here. Way more detail. We have to break the cycle, and we will break the cycle. Because I'm a help. Send me a DM with the word ready if you want help getting through your situation or how to navigate situations in general. Of course, narcissistic and stuff like that. What should I do if he was with me and I got pregnant and he took his ex back? Should I leave or stay? He took his ex back and you got pregnant? I mean, the fact that he took his ex back after you got pregnant, well, why did he go back to his ex? Why didn't he just stay with you? Like, what's that about? That's wild. Like, cause did you guys plan the baby? Or was it unplanned? She was also pregnant? Ready? Send me a DM, Mello. Send me a DM. How can I deal with laziness? What about staying financially stable? How can you deal with laziness? You have to learn discipline. Believe it or not, I'm very lazy. But I understand that discipline is the way to go. Don't look for motivation. Do it anyway. Even if you don't feel like it, do it anyway. Even if you feel like staying in bed all day and relaxing, do it anyway. Now I have my baby, but I am confused. I need help. You might want to send me a DM. That's a wild situation. Send me a DM. If you want help, send me a DM if you want deeper help. That's wild. He got both you and her pregnant. This dude is a crash out. He's just out there with different girls. My ex would get in funks and not go to work. Not go to work. I love you. I love you too. He would just not go to work because he's in a funk? We ain't got time for that. Money don't care about your funk. You better go out there and make that money. Shoot, send him this clip of this video. You better get to work, not let your funk. But here's what he should probably do is if he finds himself in a funk and it's debilitating for him, he may want to consider therapy. He may want to consider therapy because he needs to find out why he's getting there. He was severely depressed. I didn't understand it. Yeah, he needs therapy, you know? Because that's not good, right? And that's not a life you want to live. Maybe he's got some stuff he's dealing with. Bills don't care about that. Man, isn't that a fact? I'm gonna send a letter to my landlord. Hey, I'm just not feeling well this month. Can we postpone it? Can you give me this month free? He was going to strip clubs behind my back, knowing how I felt about it. He said it's not cheating. Well, it is. It definitely is. He's going in there for what? For the wings? For the steak? He's going there to lust after women. And they're gonna provide him room to lust. So he's not keeping eyes on you. He's in there purposely looking at the shake. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely cheating on some kind of, like, you know, it's worse than like hit. We stopped the bandits over hitting the like button on a bikini picture. This dude is literally walking and paying to see a girl shake it in front of his face. Like, what? I have an opportunity to help him do better because he plays football, but I'm holding back. You need to talk to me because you got a lot going on. Brown skin. Is that your name, brown skin girl? I was asking too many questions, LOL. Lorelai, come back here. Lorelai. Oh, she's here. Never mind. I was dumb. Yeah, I'm on live. How's it? Is it? Did you get it? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. I got you. Hey, what's going on, Moni? Hi, love from Ireland. Thank you so much for your videos. Thank you so much, Ireland. I appreciate you. I will never be able to outdrink you, but I appreciate you. Got you, man. If a guy says, I love you, and he is struggling too, but I don't have a job despite my endless efforts, is it too much to ask for him to pay rent, for you to keep a roof over your head and a place for us? You need to DM me because I don't know how to even answer that question. There's a lot going on in your story. It's way too much. He was truly changing, but his ego always got the best of him. Then he's not changing. See, here's the thing, wonderful women on my social media. Why are you making guys change? When did this pandemic come in? Why don't you just date a guy who has what you want? What is all this change talk? Let me ask you a question. Why you meet a guy, right? You meet a guy, and then he's what you want, and then he shows you different. The representative fell off. What's that part where you're like, I gotta change him now? Think about how that sounds. Because the reality is you ain't happy. You're not comfortable. You're not where you want to be. You don't like this relationship. You don't like this guy. So you're trying to change him into a guy that you like. But then he's only going to change into that by your details. So you have to design him. He can't come with his own design, which means you're in charge of managing every single piece of him. What? We take pity on them and help them do better in life. That doesn't make any sense, girl. What are you talking about? Then why are you still sleeping with them? You sleep with people you have pity on? I have pity, so I'm going to sleep with you. Like, what? Are you still like romantically turned on by people you pity? What logic is this? Because we try to help them realize what his worth is, even though he may not see it. Because you try to help him realize what his worth is. But this guy is treating you crazy. What about your worth? I feel like some of the ladies in here, you tell yourself so many things to justify someone treating you badly. Like, that's really the big picture here. Someone's treating you bad. And you say things like, I pity them. I want to help them realize their worth. Yo, they don't care about worth. How about you? Come on, man. What is happening here? I hear ladies on social media all day. I'm independent. I'm strong. I'm not a rehab for men. I don't need no man. And then you turn around and you're like, I feel pity. Let's date. Like, what? You know that your partner is a reflection of you? Do you know that? Your partner is going to be a reflection of how you view yourself. So if your partner embarrasses you, treats you badly, doesn't help you see your worth, then that's the reflection that's coming off, right? Please don't judge us, help us. Did I say you were a bad person? That would be judgmental. If I said that you were a bad person, then that would be judgmental. I know that it's hard to hear the raw truth, but that's the truth. I don't judge you. But that's what I'm telling you is that you're making a decision that's unbecoming. And you've seen enough evidence that this decision is unbecoming. So when you don't make a decision and this person has shown you 3 to 10 times who they are, I told you, think of yourself as a Fortune 100 company. What would you do if you had to run a company and this company required a certain amount of performance on a monthly basis? And then you got a person in there that's driving down your income, right? Your profit margins are off, your income is off, and you start seeing that decrease in your productivity, and you know it's this one person. You've called them out 2, 3 times, and they give you an excuse every time. Then what do? You keep them on board? You run your company into the ground? Or do you say, I got to throw this sucker away because my company needs to run at optimum health? What do? Because that's how you got to think of it. What kind of company do you want to run here? If you're allowing your company to run into the ground, is that a good decision or a bad decision? Do you want a bad company? Do you want a company that no one trusts? Yes, I call him out on everything. Then he get mad and switch and blame everything on you. Then he's not good. Because here's the thing. There shouldn't be this blame game, right? Every time we get into a disagreement. It shouldn't be this, let me blame you, let me blame you, let me have the last word, let me blame you, let me last word, blame you. That's a sign that it's dysfunctional. We should be able to have a discussion or a disagreement, right? We should be able to have a discussion, a disagreement, and we should be able to come together and say, hey, I want to make sure that's better for you, right? If we respect each other. Narcissistic behavior. Yeah, exactly. Are you a relationship therapist? No, I'm a relationship coach. I left the therapy field. I mean, don't get me wrong, therapists are great people, but I wanted to go the coach route. I can be more raw. Besides, it fits my style more. Some guys too can't clearly communicate because of past issues. Oh, absolutely. A lot of guys are horrible communicators. Like, guys, a lot of guys are the definition of crash out. Like, they would rather react, act badly, raise their voice. Sometimes they lose their temper instead of ever discussing the problem with you in a calm, collected tone. So yeah, guys are terrible at that. But also, they're not held accountable enough. It's like they got to be held accountable because they will sit there and tell you about yourself and come off all kinds of crazy. My boxing trainer is on here. Do It Fitness. He trying to make sure I'm on the clock. He's trying to make sure I show up for class today. Last time I got my eye busted up, but we back now. And crapped about me for no reason when all I did was care, and he never talked to me but go somewhere. That's because he doesn't care about your care. Been married 22 years now and it takes work. Yes, absolutely it takes work. Men are not told to feel, and this world needs to make them feel safe like we want to feel safe, equality, and communication. That is true. Men are told that they're not supposed to cry, that we're not supposed to have emotions, that we're supposed to just be these robots that deal with everything and somehow maintain a cool head. We are human beings, so that doesn't always work. There is a large double standard on men to show up a certain way and not ever be upset. And that is so unrealistic to the male community. And you've seen a lot of reports of men taking their own lives because not only do they go through that, but they don't go to therapy. So you got that too. That's why I really hate that statistic where it's like more women are filed for divorce than men. But I'm like, but how many guys don't go to therapy? We just forgot that statistic because that one's pretty high. Where's the therapy, fellas? Oh, I don't want to. Come on, man. You go for routine checkups, right? What does it mean when a guy had a checking out problem during tough times as an old bad habit of feeling scared and anxious? Then he's probably avoidant. He's probably an avoidant. That is true that what I told Minds, he is emotionless. Well, I promise he has emotions. He just doesn't feel, he probably doesn't feel safe to show it. Shut up and put up, am I right? If you speak about what they are doing that hurts, then it's hell. What do you mean? No, many men don't go for regular checkups. Well, here we got another problem. If that's true, that's another problem. Here's a little bit of my problem. He had a very bad upbringing, came from a very rough and poor country and household. I told him, he told me I gave him a new perspective on life and he wished I could have helped him. Well, at the same time, you can't be his therapist and his girlfriend. So even though it's nice that through you, he was able to experience something new and better for him, he has to go sign up for something to help him further, right? You can't be his therapist and his partner. You got to choose one. If I find someone, I'm not going to be like, let me coach you. I can't do that, because we are equals, right? Now, we may not do everything the same. We may not have the same gifts and talents, but that doesn't mean that we don't have equal measure of different things, right? So you don't want, and ladies, you talk about this all the time. You want to find a guy who can hold his own, who can lead, who has it together, who's somebody that you can depend on, right? Someone you can trust, and someone who's slightly more protective, right? What you don't want to do, what you absolutely don't want to do is meet someone that you feel like you have to nurse back to health. You don't even come on. Ladies say you want to be the equal, right? Why are you dating someone you take pity on? That's not equal. You're going to be his mama. I voiced me being uncomfortable with his actions. I became the problem. Yes, because he doesn't want to hear, number one, he doesn't want to hear that he's the problem from the woman that he's with, right? Number one. Number two, he doesn't want to take criticism. He doesn't want to improve. So since he hasn't given you that role, you have to understand there's a lot of guys that won't give you that role, right? They won't give you a role of any type of mentorship, right? And if you sit there and you keep trying to mentor them, they're going to take it as offense. Unless they give you that role, you're never going to have it. So you're just, to him, you just sound like someone that's trying to make him feel bad about himself. So how do you get past that? You'd have to talk to me. It depends on the guy. It really does depend on the guy. That's not universal. I wipe my girl, I burst out crying on my shoulder, expressing what I mean to him. Okay. Even after my son's death this year, he was mistreating me, kicking me out of his house. I realized I had to go. I'm sorry about that. Every man I'm talking to are trying to convince me we should. Feeling disappointed. Well, that's because there are a lot of men who are like that, right? A lot of men want to get physical very quickly, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it. You just have to spray them away. Here's the thing, and I want to tell you this, ladies. There are a lot of guys out here that are just dogs. I'm going to just be straight up. They are dogs. They are, how do I put this? Low vibrational. They want instant gratification. They are selfish. They want things in a quick period of time. And they don't want to have to do any work for it. A lot of guys have been desensitized, right? And I'm not saying that this is the culprit, but a lot of guys look at naked women on the internet. They go to strip clubs. They devalue women in their brains. That has nothing to do with you. All you can do is show up. What I would love to tell you women is please don't take it personal. Because these guys, they're not healthy. If they think that way and they're all about, hey, what can I get as quickly as possible? That's not good. That's not the type of guy you want anyway. So what he's showing you is that he's not worth more than that. You got it? He's not worth more than that upfront meeting. It's got nothing to do with you. Because I see women take it personal, and I'm like, no, you shouldn't have to take that personal. Hands on me, mistreating me, and I felt like he was doing it on purpose so I can leave. He even said he wished I didn't love him. See, here's the thing. If a man puts his hands on you, then he is an abuser. That's got nothing to do with you. He's an abusive man. So you were with an abuser. That's crazy. Why would you put a woman in your vicinity, have her in a vulnerable place, and then start to abuse? That's an abusive man. That's got nothing to do with you. So, don't take it personal. It's so easy to take it personal, too. It's so easy to take it personal when someone else does something to us and say, it's gotta be because of me. Nah, that's not what we're doing. Do you feel like expecting someone to say sorry rather than I know I messed up, we'll fix it, or is it creating blame? I think that people are going to do what they want, and trying to get them to do something different because it feels better to you is going to be counterproductive. So if you can't find a way to be happy or to be satisfied with the way that they deliver it, then maybe they're not the person that should be in your life. I think I'm grieving the life we had planned out. That's fair. I'm sorry to hear that. I think an ex who used to hit me, but I had to put up as I had nowhere to go, he said it was me. I'm sorry that you went through that. No woman should have to go through that. No man should have to go through that. No one should be hitting each other. I don't condone any type of physical abuse whatsoever, not even close. Anyone that's in an abusive relationship physically, if you can't find a safe way to get out, please get the hell out. There is no love that is worth that kind of abuse. No, that's no chapter in any love book. Been dating for 4 months, and I've been holiday to Egypt or for 12 days and he doesn't make it to see me because he doesn't want to. He doesn't make it because he doesn't want to. Do you realize when a guy wants to see you, it's going to be hard to make him go away? You know what I'm saying? Like when a guy wants you or he wants to see you, he's going to have trouble trying to stay away from you. He don't want to see you. Exactly. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for the rose. Thank you, Amy. Is it fair in arguments to need space, or do you feel that creates a bigger problem? It depends on how much space. If you guys are going on a break where you don't see each other for 24, 48 hours, you don't speak at all, I don't think that's healthy. And maybe someone thinks otherwise, but to me, if you go 48 hours without talking to me and I'm your person, I'm about to be out. That's crazy for me. Like, unless I did something really bad, but even then, we got to find a way to work through it. I'm sorry. Like, that doesn't work for me. He lied to me about where he was going, about where he was again last night, and I busted him out and broke up with him. Are you going to stay broken up? I get mad and vindictive. I think it was just the amount of things I built up. Well, now you know the feeling that you shouldn't have to have, right? He's blocked. Okay. I'm over being lied to. Yeah, we should be over that. Yes, I agree. You should not have to go through that. If a guy takes space because of tough circumstances, do you say he will reach out if he really does love me? I say regardless of the circumstances, if he loves you, he won't let you feel distance. How about when your partner ignores you and walk around like miserable for no reason and say he miserable because of me? What you have to say about, I don't know, you have to talk to me because I need to know what the story means. I feel angry, but now the sadness is coming. Well, the sadness has been credited, right? Thank you so much, Kayla. Is it Kayla? I can't see your full name. I'll just call you Kay. Thank you so much, Kay. It is Kayla, Kayla. The sadness is going to come. But that's the part that you guys, we have to learn, right? When we break up with someone that's not right for us, we got to get through that sadness part. A lot of us will jump back into a relationship, not even because we like the person, but because we don't want to experience the sadness, right? We don't want to experience what that's going to feel like to walk away. But that doesn't mean that you love the person. It just means that you can't cope with walking away. You have to build the coping skills of walking away. A lot of us struggle with that, man. We can't walk away from people. And we just waste years in this game. I tend to walk away and breathe instead of arguing, but he feels I'm avoiding issues. Well, it sounds like you guys need better communication. Is it fair of me, or should I learn to not walk away for a minute? I think that you might have your own idea of I think you have your own skill set for calming down and getting to a place of good again. And he doesn't like it, but I think that he needs to learn that that's how you deal with things. So maybe you guys need to talk to me together. I have a problem. I've been in domestic violence relationships, so I'm afraid of arguments. Well, here's the thing. You guys shouldn't have to argue if the communication is right. You know what I mean? Every couple has disagreements, but you shouldn't have knockdown, drag out arguments. So maybe you guys need to find a way to not have these types of big blow-ups or anything close to that and go more towards a disagreement or a simple discussion. When you have time, I would like to talk with you. So let me know when you have time. Send me a DM and I'll give you my time. I have a problem of somehow redirecting a topic he comes up with to me. My counselor pointed it out. Well, that's called deflection. You deflect. So normally people do that when they feel uncomfortable with the topic. He says he wants it to work, but I'm the one reaching out. He never does. Says he don't want to bother. Well, then you have to stop reaching out. If he wants it to work, then why are you putting in all the work? You're just enabling his bad behavior. You're going to have to drop the ball a little bit. Sometimes, ladies, y'all got to let this guy fail. When he says, I want you, I'm going to do something, I'm going to make it work, and then you're still the one doing 80% of the work, you need to drop the ball. And if he falls flat on his face, then he falls flat on his face. That's it. How do I stop my child from suffering from parental alienation? I'd have to learn more about your situation. What does that mean? Somebody's calling me. Who's calling me? Hello?
Hi, I just wanted to ask a quick question.
Yes, girl. What's going on?
Okay. So, there's this guy that like I know back from childhood and we're adults and we recently reconnected at a networking event and it's fine and cool. And I want to ask him out on a date, but I'm like, is that too forward of me? Am I setting myself up for failure? Like, is it like, oh, she got money, or like, is it too crazy? I was thinking a little WNBA game because we've talked about that before, but yeah.
Well, let me ask you, has he given you any choosing signals? Like, has he asked you if you're single or anything like that?
He has, and it's mad. Maybe I'm weird, but like we exchanged like restaurant lists and stuff. But he didn't like directly ask me to go out on a date with him. So
So what did he do with so did he ask for your number?
he did, yeah, he did.
So he asked if you were single, he asked for your number, but he never scheduled a hangout.
No, like we just kept it, yeah, like super platonic. Because at the time I was in a relationship. Oh, that's my bad. This is like,
Oh, so you were in a relationship when he got it.
yeah, this is like, yeah, like 2 years ago. Like I was in a relationship at the time. Yeah.
So if you guys are friends, there shouldn't be like honestly, if you got out of a relationship, when you got out of the relationship, did he do anything? Like did he make a move?
No, well, I didn't even tell nobody. Like, I don't even think he would know that unless I would even tell him that.
So does he know
Like,
you're out of a relationship right now?
nah,
Wait, so he
nah.
thinks you're in a relationship?
Damn, now that you say it like that,
No, like, cause I mean, he's not gonna know if
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, oh, yeah.
okay. I mean, well, so yeah, so here's the thing: when you're in the relationship and you're the one who got out, then yeah, the ball's kind of in your court to like I think make a move low key because it's like, well, he's probably trying to be respectful and
Right.
he doesn't want like because even if you got out the relationship, like when did you break up?
The beginning of 2023, so Jan 2023.
Oh, well, that was a while ago. Are you okay? Like, did you heal?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. No, I'm just yeah, because sometimes. But okay, so
No, definitely did the work on me for sure. Like, because even that relationship, you gotta take accountability. So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's fair. That's very mature. So I would say then, yeah, you're good because if y'all were cool since before when you were in a relationship and you got out, he's probably just playing the game. He probably doesn't even know if he has an in. So he definitely is gonna need a lane. So yeah, asking him to hang out should be like it could be friendly. Like hey, I'm thinking about this game. What do you think of going?
Casual. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I didn't want to put too much pressure. Exactly.
Yeah, just make it very casual. Honestly, the
So I was
del-
already going. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna be like, do you want to come with?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not like a full on date. See, if you would have been like, hey, do you want to go to dinner? And I pull your door, like that would have been, like,
Yeah.
but no, it's just like you already had the setup. You have a spare ticket. There's nothing wrong with being like, hey, I'm going. Hey, what do you think? Do you want to come? Because, we cool, and just keep it like that. And then when you get there, y'all can flirt a little bit, and you could be, honest about, hey, I've been single for a while, like, is he in a relationship?
And not that I know of, but then also it's like I'm also trying to vet this person too because like I only know you in like the friend school aspect. I don't know how you handle, you know what I'm saying, the intimate relationship aspect. So it's not even to say that I even want anything from this person as much as I'm just, you feel me, just trying to get an opportunity to vet the person.
Well, then I would just worry about friendship for now, right? But I would definitely make that move and I would be a little bit flirtatious on that date. Just like, compliment him a little bit, not too much, but make it obvious enough where it's like, hey, it's a wide open shot. Like, so yeah, because if he likes you, he's not gonna hesitate. He's gonna be like, oh, what you say? Girl, you look good too. Let's go. No, I'm playing. But you know what I mean. Like he's gonna catch a signal, right?
Like, oh, that's different. Okay, for sure.
Absolutely. So that'll be cool though. I would definitely invite him out, and make it clear that you are single.
AF. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'll definitely, communication's key. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
I got you. Was that it?
Yeah, no, that was it. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll see you some other time. It was good talking to you.
Definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you. Bye, girl. That was fun. I wasn't looking at y'all comments because some of y'all be distracting on here. All right, I'm gonna look at comments now. Would he trust her now after she was talking to him in relationship? Thank you, Abby. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. She got 3, 4 roses. Thank you. Thank you. It was good talking to you. You're very nice. Well, she wasn't talking to him out of friend context, from what I understand. She was friends with him, and that was it. Apparently they have like a school relationship, friendship. Thank you, Anne Marie. Thank you for the heart. So I think that it was strictly platonic at the time. But after, she got out of the relationship, it's been almost a year, right? Actually, what's this month? November? So yeah, it's been almost a year. I would say we're like 3/4 of the way there. So yeah, that's what happened. Is that she got out, she spent time, and I guess she was like, I'm interested in that guy now. So she wants him to know that. So yeah, she wasn't talking to him. She was in her relationship. I just have to take a step back and just keep it about our child. Hi, hey Katie. So she healed and didn't just bed surf. A good girl found herself. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. Because when I was like, she took time off to heal, and she spent a while. Like, I respect that a lot, that she went and healed first before, jumping into something else. Because a lot of people will just jump into something else to, fill that void. And she didn't do that. So all the respect to her. I hope that they have a great date or have a great hangout. And I hope that the flirting, he catches it, but and he returns the energy, because I think it could be something nice. I've been single for 5.5 years. I had one relationship, 8 years. I don't know how to heal. Talk to me and send me a DM. Do you feel that in a relationship you should have couple friends, or should it be okay for you to have friends of the opposite gender? So here's what I think. I think it depends on the person, right? There are people out here that can have friends of the opposite gender. It's been that way their whole life, and it's no big deal for them, you know? But if you're the type of person that you only look at them a certain way, and when you get to a certain amount of closeness, you look at that as an open door or an option, then that's probably not healthy, right? So it really depends on the person, and what their thing is, you know. And I don't judge, but there's some people that can handle having the opposite gender as a friend and never thinking that they need to make a move, and there's some people that can't do that. There's some people that if you sitting there, I'm gonna do something, right? Like, you cute. You're my friend, but you too cute. Like, there's some people who are like that. So it's case by case, you know? I feel like ideally we should be able to, but yeah, I don't think a lot of people can do that. So consider your spouse's feelings in that also, because I'm one of the guys, but I wouldn't do nothing like that. Well, yeah, you should consider your spouse's feelings regardless, right? And if your spouse doesn't like certain things, then you need to evaluate what it would take for you to move that, like move that part of your life. So yes, you should consider your spouse in all decisions, in my opinion, because that's you're building a life with them, right? When people get married, it's two people becoming one. So what my left hand does, my right hand is gonna also be affected by in most cases, right? Oh, I gotta make sure I know what time boxing is tonight. By the way, y'all, if y'all want help like what you just saw on here, and more, make sure you go ahead and send me a DM. Got it, thank you. Just asking questions. I used to struggle with some of that, maybe thinking, but not asking you. Here's what I could tell you. You can have whatever preference you want, right? But that doesn't always mean the other person is gonna follow through. But that's okay. How does a single woman past 40 meet a man who wants a real committed relationship? By playing a numbers game, like everyone else. It's the same method no matter what age you are. You gotta play the numbers game. So what I would say is get out your house. That's number one. Start going to places where there are lots of people. Normally you wanna go to places where people are worried about, building, like go to volunteer work, go to workout fitness clubs, right? Do things that people are doing to keep their mind straight. But what you gotta do, number one, get out your house, girl. Get out. Stop being in the house. Uber is not gonna get the man. I love being in the house too, so I understand. I love being in the house. What is your name? Your name is Xaviera? I didn't even know that was a word. Come on, Xaviera. Wait, Xavier and Xaviera. Let's go. 6 roses. I appreciate you. Send them in the mall. You want to go? You want to find a man in the mall? What would you say is one thing a man absolutely needs in relationships to feel good enough to make his woman feel happy and supported and loved? Reality checks. He needs someone that holds him accountable. I would say everyone needs that. To get into a relationship, if you do not find a way to have someone to hold yourself accountable, it's not gonna work. Thank you, Xavier. I think that's what the problem is with a lot of these relationships. We don't have someone to keep us in check when we're going off the deep end, right? Like, think about it. When you're eating, right? When you eat a lot of bad food, how do you check if you have high blood pressure? You got a machine that'll tell you. How do you check your blood sugar? You got a machine. How do you check, what's this pain in my chest? You go to the doctor, right? But when we're acting up and when we're having bad feelings, we don't go to a therapist. We don't go to a counselor or a coach. Like, we don't have someone keeping us in check. It's a hard job to figure all of this out on your own. And I know, hey, some of us can, but it's something we gotta learn, right? We gotta learn how to find someone or something that'll keep us in check. And my name is Xavier, relationship coach, and I'll be glad to do that. I keep everybody in check. I just got a text today from one of my clients. She's like, my guy has talked to me better than he has in a long time. And I only talked to him for a week. She put me on the phone with her man, and I was like, come on, bro, open up a little bit. Bro felt better after a week. After a week. It's that easy, baby. To be honest, there is one guy who has shown up for me and time again, but I'm struggling because of my ex. Well, what do you mean? Why are you struggling because of your ex? Should a woman, stay at home mom, expect her man who works to help some at home, or is that not okay? I think that you have a right to choose whatever type of living situation you want. I don't think that that's a universal question. Now, I wouldn't expect something that I haven't seen, right? I would discuss it. So I would say, hey, sometimes when you come home, I wish you'd help with, is it possible you can help with XYZ? If he says no, then, I mean, there's not much you can do, right? Now, I don't think, I've known couples where the guy goes out and provides all the bills and the woman stays at home and takes care of the kids in the house. Guys like that, I've seen them still come home and sometimes help in the house, right? So that's not crazy to think that. But so, I guess some guys would just rather not do anything. So it's between you and him and what y'all are okay with. But there's nothing wrong with asking, hey, can you help out with this? Sometimes, like, there's nothing wrong with having that conversation. I don't think that neither one person should just have one rule the whole time. You know, it's his child too. It's his house too. Why do I still feel like I belong to him? Because your feelings are not logical. How's that for an answer? Your feelings are not logical. So sometimes it's not a good idea to follow your feelings because they're not always logical. My BF provides and come home and feels he has to keep it moving, but I sometimes feel like I'm not doing my part if he does that. Well, here's the thing. It shouldn't be like a part, right? You love each other. Sometimes you take care of this more. Sometimes I take care of that more, right? It's not going to always be 50-50. Because I have a child with my ex and wanting to keep fam together. But my friend makes me so happy, but I feel guilty for being happy. Well, honestly, it sounds like you're not over your ex. What's a cutie pie's name in the background? That's Lorelai. She's like a little teddy bear. See, I said her name. Don't call her. She's gonna start losing her mind. She doesn't know how to relax. We've been practicing relaxing this week. Relax, please. Sit down. Don't come over here. Yeah, she will. If I say her name, like watch, Lorelai. Oh, see, come on. I'm like, now, see. You're getting big. Stop eating kibbles. Are you tired? She's tired. She was about to take a nap. She's like, why y'all woke me up? We got to bring her at least once alive, okay? She's all floofy now. Yes, I can see you too, Lorelai. Thank you. I promise I'm looking. She likes eye contact. She's like, if you're not looking at me, girl, I know I'm looking at you. Okay? Okay, you want to go back down? No, no, no. Come on. Is she full grown? Yeah, she's full grown. It's a Cockapoo and Bichon mix. Hey, Shannon. You love her? Yeah, I love her too. She's a sweetie. My ex, my ex is great, but relationship wise, it's awful. Lack of communication. It lasts for 6 years out of 11. You sound like you need help. Send me a DM. For those of y'all that have not DM'd me yet, if you need to work with me, if you want to get in the exclusive group, I have a meeting every Wednesday where we talk about what to do, right? I'm making these women Jedis. This week, I am going to play the role of manipulator or narcissist, and I am going to quiz if you know what to do. I'm gonna give you several situations, but this is only for the exclusive group. Because if I do that on here, I will be canceled. So I'm good. I'm good. More questions, more dating questions. We had a good time today. I came across your live at the right time. I got back into shadow work and focusing on me again. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Sounds like fun. It is fun. Go ahead and send me a DM. Send me a DM with the word ready if you would like to join, because we are on it every week. This is your weekly check-in. This is your space to get it right, right? Make sure you are in this. We also have a 24/7 chat going on, and you get time to talk to me before your time. School is out, and I'll definitely take your advice to heart. Absolutely. All right, I got to go ahead and jump off of here, but I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You will see me again on here tomorrow. Hope to see you again soon. I love you. I appreciate you so much, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And for those of you that are in bad relationships or bad situations, send me a DM. For those who don't, I hope it gets better. Much love and appreciation. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, y'all.